Russia asks China for military equipment, U.S. officials say. This is from the Washington Post. Russia has turned to China for military equipment and aid in the weeks since it began its invasion of Ukraine, U.S. officials familiar with the matter told the Washington Post. The officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the subject did not describe what kind of weaponry had been requested or whether they know how China responded. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told CNN that the administration was communicating directly, privately to Beijing, that there will absolutely be consequences for any Chinese efforts to assist Russia in evading sanctions. And so this is an escalation of some kind. We'll see how this pans out. But let's assume this is true. Okay, let's assume. We don't know if China said yes. We don't know what they said. We don't know if they're mulling it over. So let's assume that Russia did indeed ask China for weapons. And let's assume China says yes. All right, here's some weapons. Does that mean the U.S. is going to start sanctioning China, heavily? Is that going to work? Is that going to happen? Is that even going to be, do you know the supply chain, the global supply chain, and how related it is and required China is in production right now when it comes to things that people use in the United States and so forth? So, I don't know. We'll see. But, to my understanding, my reading of the situation is that China is trying its best to kind of just stay out of this. They really don't want to be involved, it seems. They really don't want to be involved. They're abstaining on everything, on the votes and all that at the UN General Assembly and the Security Council. They're like, I don't know. I'm just going to sit this one out. That's their kind of a thing. And so we'll see how this goes here. Ukrainian officials said negotiations with Russia will continue Monday. Presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said Sunday that Russia is starting to talk constructively and predicted some concrete results in a matter of days. I think that's a fool's errand. That's just my opinion, though. Russia brought the fighting closer to members of the NATO alliance on Sunday as missiles struck a military facility about 15 miles from Polish border, killing at least 35 people and injuring 134. The Yavoriv military range near Lviv, also known as the International Peacekeeping and Security Center, has hosted exercises by NATO troops and Ukrainians for years, with Americans on site as recently as February. So we'll see how this goes. Again, they're not, to my understanding, now again, I am not a professional by any means, and I'm open to new information. To my understanding, Putin probably did not expect this invasion of Ukraine to last nearly 3 weeks now, and he's getting desperate. That's my reading of the situation. We see things like Putin trying more desperately to control information in Russia, and we're going to be getting into that a little bit more in another segment. They banned Facebook a week ago or so. They're banning TikTok. They're banning YouTube, and there's a lot going on when it comes to the propaganda war. Now, apparently, according to reports, Putin's approval rating is going up in Russia. Okay. And so, we'll see. They're really trying to manufacture consent for this. And China, again, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen them do anything other than fence sitting in regards to this whole thing. So it would be shocking if they actually went ahead and gave weapons to Russia. I feel like that would be a major shift here. I wouldn't anticipate it, but as far as China's concerned, let Russia, let the US, let one of them kill each other, and then, boom. If there's 3 superpowers, right? That's what we're all told. We're told that there's 3 superpowers, Russia, China, and the US, and I guess people, count the West in the US, but, whatever. Let them take each other out, and then, just stay on, that's my understanding of what China would probably want. But what do I know? I'm a stupid fuck American, so I'm stupid, right? So I don't know. So they could say, all right, here's some extra nukes. In fact, we'll nuke, they could do that. I don't know. They probably wouldn't. They probably won't. But what are you going to do? We'll see. But, that's an update. It's an update. That's bad. It's a bad update. It's not good. I'd prefer that that didn't happen, but it did. So there you go.